It was late at night. The high school gymnasium had gone silent after a long day of practice and games. The echoes of bouncing basketballs and cheering crowds were gone, replaced only by the quiet hum of the lights. Martin, the janitor, moved slowly across the polished floor, pushing his mop with steady rhythm. He was a man in his early 50s, with kind eyes and tired hands. Most people never noticed him. He was the background figure who made sure everything was clean and in order. But Martin never complained. He believed in doing his job with pride, even if no one saw it. Out in the parking lot, a car door slammed. Sarah, the school's star coach and a former state champion, stormed inside. She was still wearing her designer jacket and gold watch, symbols of her success, but tonight she was furious. Her car had a flat tire. "Unbelievable," she muttered, heels clicking against the gym floor as she looked around for someone to blame. Her eyes landed on Martin. "Hey, you work here. Come help me. My car's useless with that flat." Martin set down his mop and followed her quietly. Outside, her car sat tilted on one side. Martin knelt down. "I'll grab the jack and lift it, then we can—" But Sarah cut him off. "Do you even know what you're doing? You're just a janitor. Don't touch my car." Martin raised his eyebrows but said nothing. He reached for the spare tire, trying to help anyway. Sarah snapped. "I said stop! You'll just mess it up!" She yanked the wrench from his hands and pushed him back. The arrogance in her tone was sharp, humiliating. Martin stood silently, brushing the dust from his hands. He wasn't angry, just patient. "I've changed more than a few tires in my life," he said quietly. "Right, what would you know about cars, janitor?" But as she wrestled with the jack, it slipped, nearly crushing her foot. Frustrated, she turned on Martin, shoving him by the collar. "Do you think this is funny?" she shouted. For a brief moment, the streetlight caught something on Martin's arm, a faded tattoo. Sarah leaned closer and smirked. "What's this? Some wannabe tough guy ink?" Martin's eyes met hers, steady and calm. "That's my unit insignia. I spent 10 years as an army mechanic." Sarah blinked, taken aback. "I've fixed engines bigger than your car, and I've seen things you wouldn't believe. I don't brag about it. I just do my job." For the first time, Sarah's voice faltered. You were in the military?" "That's right. And I came home to work here, because keeping this place running matters too." Before Sarah could respond, a sharp crash echoed from the gym. A child's scream followed. Both turned their heads. Without hesitation, Martin sprinted back inside. Sarah stumbled after him. Inside the gym, a young student who had snuck in after hours to practice was trapped under a toppled set of heavy bleachers. The boy cried out, panicked, unable to move. "Help me! I can't get out!" Sarah froze, but Martin moved like lightning. Dropping to his knees, he assessed the weight. His hands gripped the metal frame, veins straining as he lifted with all his strength. Slowly, he created enough space to drag the boy free. "Come on, kid. You're safe now." The boy clung to him, sobbing in relief. Sarah stood speechless, watching the man she had insulted save a life without a second thought. When the danger was over, Martin guided the boy out of the gym and told him to run straight home. Then he turned back to the parking lot, dusting his hands. Sarah followed, her voice quieter now. I didn't know. I thought you were just a janitor," Martin finished with a small smile. "Yes, and I was wrong. You're more than that. A lot more." Martin didn't gloat. He simply picked up the wrench again. Respect is something we owe each other, no matter the job. Titles don't define character. Together, they finished fixing the tire. Sarah listened carefully this time, following Martin's instructions without complaint. When the car was ready, she turned to him. "Thank you for everything, for helping me, for saving that boy, and for teaching me a lesson I needed to learn." Martin gave a tired but kind smile. Never judge a person by what you see on the surface. Everyone has a story. Sarah extended her hand. He shook it firmly. As she drove away, she glanced back at Martin, returning to his mop, quiet, humble, steady. For the first time, she saw not just a janitor, but a hero who carried his strength with dignity. And that night, Sarah promised herself, never again would she look down on another human being.